Could I come straight away, please, to you, Mr. Davie, and ask what is the current status of the BBC's attempt to recover the £200,000 of salary paid to Mr. Edwards for that period post his arrest until his resignation? Has that money been returned?
No, we've made the formal request, and I can't go into too much detail, but discussions are underway. But I've got no further news apart from the BBC's position is clear, the money should be returned, and we've made the request.
Okay. Did you set a deadline?
I don't believe we set a deadline, but we do expect to make progress and get an answer.
Okay, and if Mr. Edwards is not forthcoming in repaying that money, you have already resolved that you will endeavour to pursue recovery of that money through a sort of legal process.
Well, we will explore that, but that is, as I've said on record, I think that is challenging. Sure. I think at the moment the position is very clear. We've made that request to Mr. Edwards, and that's where we sit. Our management position is, and supported by the board, is very clear.
Okay. And another specific question, if I may. What is the status of the internal investigation that you launched into his conduct last summer?
I'm just getting clear in terms of what the question I'm answering, which is the investigation we set out with in terms of once we'd had the initial Sun story, we asked people to come forward. Yes. That is now closed. Right. Because it's a simple situation from a leadership point of view, which is once we'd got offered the resignation with no payoff, if you looked at any possible sanctions, someone leaving the BBC without a payoff is where it sits. So you make that decision, and that's where we are. Now, clearly there's the learnings and all the things we've got to do in the review, which I'm sure we can talk about, but that's where we are with regard to the investigations. Okay,
and it's not something that you would have any intention of making public or any aspect of it?
No, my instincts are always to be as transparent as I can. I know that always causes questions, but I think when you've got an internal disciplinary process within an organisation to get into absolute specifics where individuals have raised concerns, I don't think is appropriate, and that I think is right.